What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for this really quick video, and today I'll be talking about one of the most talked about, if not the most talked about topic before the start of a 2K game, the builder. I know there's a lot of ways to influence the builder, like should physicals matter more? How heavy or light will be the restrictions on animations and badges? How much each attributes boost your player? There's a lot of things, but I think no matter what adjustment 2K does, it will all come down to either one of these two directions. Will the builder allow do-it-all builds or not? So that's the main focus of this video. And by the way, when I say do-it-all builds, I'm talking about builds that can pretty much do everything. Not necessarily in an overpowered way, but at least decent on all aspects. Something like from 2K21 to 2K24. And when I say non-do-it-all builds, I'm talking about 2K20-ish builds. Like for example, Paint Beast is really dominant inside, but for sure he can't shoot. Slashers can dribble and dunk, but can't shoot. And you got play shots that can shoot and dribble, but not so good on slashing. Those kinds of limitations. And by the way, just like my other recent videos, this is more like a barbershop talk only, where we just share our own opinions about the topic. So after watching, please feel free to let everyone know in the comment section any ideas you want to chip in, or just any other feedback. It would be really awesome as well if you can watch the whole video. I think I got some really good takes, especially at the end. So let's get right into it. So now for my take, I want something like 2K20. Not exactly like that, maybe a bit more loosened up restriction will be better, but I'm leaning more on no to do it all builds. I just believe that for an online game to flourish, there has to be an element of players having strengths and weaknesses. And I'm talking about obvious strength and weakness, just like in 2K20. There's a reason why players want 2K20 or earlier versions of 2K to be back. I don't think it's because of shooting, it's pretty much the same thing anyway. I don't think it's the neighborhood as well. Of course, there are factors as well. I just think that the biggest factor is the builder. It made 2K20 or earlier 2Ks really good. We had variety of builds. Maybe some of you might say, oh, shoots, that's not because of the builder. 2K20 was good because animations there were not OP, or this stat here matters, or there were not much cheesy moves. I know what you mean, but all those happened because the builder controlled it. Yeah, play shots can dance all day at the half court, but since the builder didn't allow them to have decent slashing skills, now they're not that OP. All those controlled settings was because of the builder. Yes, freedom on making builds is really satisfying individually, but sometimes too much freedom can ruin the whole ecosystem of a game. I still remember the time when a game is about to start, I had to look at the intro screen to see what's the build of my opponent so I know how to treat them on defense. Now, I don't care. I know they can all dribble, I know they can all shoot, I know they can all dunk. What's the point? It's a sign that everyone can pretty much do the same things. Now, common reaction about this take is some players say, I spent X amount of money on my build, I should be able to do everything. I'm not just talking about this exact comment. This one here is a common reaction of some players on this matter. Trust me, lots of players think this way. I'm not too sure though if that's a healthy way to approach it. I'm not even talking about just 2K, I'm talking about gaming in general, that if you spend X amount of money, now you are entitled to do everything. I don't know, it's just my opinion, that yeah, maybe you're happy by yourself that you can do everything, but what if that can ruin the whole ecosystem of a game? Is it worth it? Back in 2K20, players spent some money as well, even without do-it-all builds, but how come we were happy? I think we can all agree that in terms of general players' happiness, players were really happier back in 2K20 than recently. And I might say, shoots, if that's the case, then how can we make the prime LeBron or prime KD builds? It still could be possible if they can just apply what they did on 2K20, that when you reach Legend, you get a lot of badges that can pretty much make you a do-it-all build. Of course, they can make it a bit easier than being a Legend. I just feel that if you want to do-it-all build, you should earn it. This way, there won't be too much of them on the game. Like probably 1 out of 50. We can't have 10 LeBron James on the same court. So that's all for my take. Again, these are just my opinions, so please feel free to share your ideas about the topic. So that's all for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.